Hello everyone and welcome to part 3 of the transitioning to the old to new Facebook tutorial set. I'm Charlie from hottipcentral.com, and if you have found yourself lost with the recent change in Facebook's I guess the way that your profile looks, this is be a great video series for you to kind of relearn everything that you learned already and kind of figure out where everything is so that you're not lost. If you want to view the first video and you haven't viewed it yet, you can go ahead and click the link up here in the top left corner, this is an annotation, and we'll take care of you. So you can start at the beginning. This video will focus on how your interaction with the rest of the site has changed and how it's displayed, and also talk a little bit about apps and a little bit about the new subscribe feature. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to talk about is how your interaction is being displayed. Your interaction used to be on the wall, and you'll see things like you posted this on someone else's status, or you uploaded a link to another page as wall. And these little things, people really don't care about those little things. They honestly really don't. And so Facebook has taken and said, okay, we don't need to display this stuff anymore. And so with the new Facebook layout, which you'll see right here, you don't see that anymore. You don't see that I posted on someone else's status. No matter how far I scroll, you're never going to see that anymore. And neither will anyone else. In fact, all of your activity site-wide is now viewable here on this button. And this is a private log of your settings, or private log of your activity. So as you look up, at the very top, you'll see it's a private log of your activity. And that's good. So now you're not sharing this with everyone, you're just seeing it for yourself. If you want to look back and see what you did, there it is. But you're not going to have to deal with it on your wall anymore. Secondly, we're going to talk about apps, applications like Spotify, for instance. I'll use Spotify as the main example. Spotify has teamed up with Facebook to bring an awesome experience, and so I encourage all of you to integrate Spotify if you like sharing your music with people and you like sharing what music that you like with people. So here is my Spotify activity. I just listened to a few songs just so I can kind of display them for you. And so normally they show up right here on the wall. Now they have their own section. Spotify has its own section here. It's the music tab. And when you listen to a new song with Spotify, it'll update it right here in your feed. And people can see more if they want to see more that you've done. But that's basically that. Now how this works is if I see that you've listened to a song, let's say it is into Gorgeous Nightmare by Escape the Fate, I can put my mouse over top of this song and say, what is this song? I can click play, and it will start playing. Now how slick is that? Let's go down to another one. We can go down here and say, oh, what's this Champagne Showers? What is that? Let's click it. Pretty slick, you know. What is you know, let's move up. Let's move like Jagger. What's that? I think you get the point now. This Spotify integration is really slick, and you'll be able to see what your friends are listening to in your ticker as well, which is a new feature over here on the sidebar. I won't show you much because my friends are over here, but yeah, I mean you'll be able to see when everyone's listening to a new song, they'll be right over there too. And it all works with this little apps tab. Now these are technically, I don't really know if Facebook's actually calling these apps, but these are little thumbnails and these little sections of different things that you have connected to your account, which is really cool. So let me refresh this page because I think I might need to. I haven't refreshed it in a long time. There we go. So let's look at this little section. You see this little 5 here, and if you hit it, you'll be presented with all of the apps that you have in different thumbnails. Now I don't have very many apps, I just have one. But you can rearrange these however you see fit by just using the little pencil icon and just saying you want to swap positions with another one, and it'll just swap them. It's pretty handy. By default, you're going to get this view right here by default. Friends, photos, maps, likes. That's just the view that they decided to give you. We're going to change that back to this because I want it there. And that's how apps work. And apps will get their own section. I think music is going to get a section here. Whether or not your other apps like Farmville or anything like that will get their own section, I don't know. I don't play Farmville, and really, if you do, yeah, go outside. But anyway, so there's that, and you can manage and do all that. The last thing I'm going to say about Spotify is the last song that you listen to is going to be your thumbnail. So if I go into Spotify and let's just say I want to listen to, I don't know what, it doesn't really matter, Misery. Let's click Misery. I'm going to mute it so that I don't have copyright things happening on my video. But I'm playing Misery by Maroon 5 right now. If I update my page, or if I refresh my page, I should say, you'll notice that the thumbnail on the Spotify app has actually moved, or it's changed. And not only that, but there is a pause symbol right here rather than a play. This actually will tell people that I'm listening to it right now. And if I look at it, I can say, oh, cool, it's listening to it right now, and I can stop it. Now this tells me I'm listening to it right now. Your friends are not going to see a pause symbol there, but you can start and stop the music on Spotify right from Facebook. So that's pretty cool. And again, your thumbnail is all changed and updated. So it's really slick. The last thing is about the subscribe feature. Now in order to accurately do the subscribe feature, I've logged into, in this account, I've logged into my second dummy account that I created purely for the purpose of making Facebook videos. And so on my account, you'll notice it says subscribe. Now if you're friends with someone, you're automatically subscribed to them. Automatically. But you can choose what updates that you get from people. So for instance, if I only want the important updates, if I only want things like got engaged to this person, or has a child, or he's in a relationship with this person now, those things, huge events like that, those are kind of the only important things. But you can choose. Let's say I don't really care where I'm commenting and where I don't really care where Charlie is commenting and liking around Facebook. I don't really care about that stuff. Just go ahead and click that tab there, or click that, and the check mark goes away. And now your newsfeed and your ticker will never be updated when I comment on someone else's page or like something. You'll never see that. Same thing with other activity, which is really vague, but whatever. Photos, games, you can turn off and turn on all these things. It really doesn't matter. You can even unsubscribe completely. And if you do that, if you unsubscribe completely, now you're not going to get updated on anything I do. Done deal. I'm off your wall. I'm off your ticker. You can still be friends with me, and you can still actively view my status manually, and you can visit my page and do whatever you want like you normally could. But as far as the home feed and as far as the ticker goes, you won't see any updates from me ever again if you decide to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and unfriend myself because I think that's really cool. And I'll refresh the page. And here it is. So now I can't interact. Now I'm not friends with myself. So I can't interact. I can still like things though. And you're probably wondering, why can I still like things? If I'm not your friend, how can you interact with things like this? Well, it's because I've made my profile public. So not my profile public, but my status updates are public. So if I don't have a status update that's, if I don't have a status update that involves my friends or has someone tagged, then that's public, and I don't mind if other people seeing it because I'm really an impersonal person. That's why I'm showing you my personal profile for these videos. And how that works is in your status, just right here, if I say hello world, just like they do in WordPress, if I come over here to this little section here, it says public. And so when I hit post, it'll be displayed to the whole world as public. That means subscribers can see it. That means random people roaming the web can see it. And they can be able to like it. They're not really going to be able to comment on it necessarily, but they'll be able to like it. If I change these settings, and this is really important because you can choose very in-depth. You can really have in-depth control over who you share your content with. If I choose to only share this with certain things, say family, if this is something that's a family matter and I don't want anyone else to see it, hit family right here. And it'll only share it with family. Now you may be familiar with this feature if you're using Google+, because they had it first, and Facebook is a big copycat of a lot of things, but that's the similar philosophy of Google+. You're only sharing it with certain people. And that's, yeah. I like to make mine, or you can only share it with friends. You can even choose to share it with custom, to where you can choose specific people, or this is really my favorite part, hide it from certain people. If I don't want, say, my girlfriend to see this, and I hit the update, let's say I'm posting something that's super secret and I want to make sure she never sees it, I can select her and her friends manually, and I will never have to worry about her ever seeing it because Well, unless one of her friends that can see it tells her, but regardless, I'll never be able to have to worry about her physically seeing it. And that's just a cool, nice little feature to be able to do. So that's a little bit of the new features in Facebook. Subscribing is really, if you've ever done anything with Google Plus or Twitter, subscribing is simply that. You're just looking at being subscribed to somebody like I am right now. I just subscribed for myself without being a friend, and I'm not a friend, and I'm got public walls. But if I leave this as a public status and I say hello world and I hit post, it will show up in my newsfeed. So let's go back to my newsfeed. I'm going to update my status here. Hello world, you can see it right here. But also if I go back to the home feed, I can still see hello world in the home feed too because I'm subscribed, and I can like and share it. I can't comment on it, but I can like and share it. That's really all subscribing is. Now, one important thing to note about subscribing is that you have to do it from your end manually. In other words, if you want to be subscribed from, you have to tell Facebook that it's okay for people to subscribe to you. You have to physically enable subscriptions. It's maybe a little complicated to figure out, but you have to actually manually do it. So if you haven't enabled subscriptions, then don't worry about it. Nobody can subscribe to you. So it's not a privacy issue. You're actually telling Facebook, I want this to happen. It's completely opt-in-able. You're opt-out by default. So, but there you go. There's a quick tour of the new Facebook. I hope you learned something anyway. If you didn't, well, then it's been a complete waste of your time, and I apologize. But if you learned anything in this, just know that Facebook isn't stalker book. Everyone's calling it stalker book because of these features. It's really not. You're putting your information out onto the web in a public way. Facebook people can't see anything that you don't share. So it's not stalker book, it's assisted stalker book. It's you're helping people to stalk you book. But anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm Charlie from HotTipCentral.com, and thank you for watching the video series.